It is October 17th. I went to the doctor today. I'm a little emotional. I'm gonna try to not get emotional about this. I have been having like a lot of symptoms and stuff. One of the main symptoms I've been having is I've been having like really excessive thirst. Like I get so thirsty to the point where I feel like if I don't drink water like immediately, like I'm just gonna be so sick. And I also cannot stop peeing. Like I've been peeing like every 10 minutes, and that's not an exaggeration. So when I went to the doctor, one of the main things I wanted to do was get tested for a UTI just to make sure like I didn't have one, and I didn't have one. My mom and my sister both had huge fibrous tumors, and I wanted to rule that out just because if I did have one, maybe it would be pushing on my bladder, causing this to happen. I'm not sure. So my doctor thought it would be a good idea to get an ultrasound and rule that out, just because like I said, if we're gonna try to conceive, we don't want like there to be anything that could cause an issue. So I'm gonna schedule my ultrasound for hopefully as soon as possible. So today is October 28th, and I have some updates because I don't think I've really updated you guys in a little bit since I last talked to you on this whole little journey we're going on here. I went to the doctor and I kind of talked to you guys about that, but I never really got on here to talk to you about my results. So what happened was he wanted me to schedule an ultrasound, like a pelvic ultrasound, and I haven't gotten around to doing that. I've just been really busy, honestly, and I don't think that I really am gonna have anything wrong because I've just gotten an ultrasound not that long ago. So I feel like there's just no way, unless, you know, something had developed in that time. But I kind of got the answers I needed from my blood work anyway. So I got my blood work back and everything was good except for my vitamin D levels, which makes a lot of sense because I don't eat things like milk, tuna, eggs, like things that contain a lot of vitamin D. And you don't really absorb vitamin D very much from your food anyways. It's a lot of like to do with being in the sun, and I work a very odd schedule, and I get up in the early morning like at 3 a.m. and I work until like 10:30, so I don't really ever see the sun like rarely, and I don't go outside a lot, so I don't get a lot of vitamin D. Mom had skin cancer, so I just have been trying to avoid the sun. And I literally just got back from Vegas and I'm still pale. So, and this is like, I'm still pale with a spray tan. So, and my neck is like kind of messed up from my spray tan. So probably need to fix that. But yeah, anyways, that's what it was. It was just a little low. I wasn't deficient, but I was like insufficient. So it just like wasn't enough. And it was actually pretty low. Like I was on the way low end, a lot lower than I expected it to be since I take a vitamin. But I decided to start taking a vitamin before I even spoke with my doctor, just after seeing my results. And then he got into contact with me and told me to start taking a vitamin that is like the exact dose I started taking. So now I have a couple vitamins that have vitamin D in them, so I should be better. I'm trying to do a lot better about drinking more like soy milk and stuff. Like I'm having a green smoothie and I put the milk in it, just to try to get a little bit more vitamin D, because I need it. And I laid out in the sun in Vegas and tried to just like absorb the sun as much as I could, you know. And I'm gonna try to get outside a little bit more than normal, so hopefully that helps. But anyways, I did that, and then we were kind of cleared for trying. We kind of talked, well, I did when I was at the doctor, talked to him about it, about trying, and like what like basically I needed to do like to prepare my body and all of that stuff. Basically, now that I'm good to go, we have started trying. So it is, like I said, the 28th, and I have a couple apps. I've been using the Eve app and the Glow app, and the Eve app is like a period tracker, and it's by the app Glow. Like the people that make Glow also make Eve, so when you're trying to like have babies, you're supposed to switch over to Glow, and it kind of like helps you more with like trying to conceive and whatever. And this is just kind of a lot of just like trying to get to know like my own cycle, because I feel like I don't really like, I thought I knew it but I don't really. And like I know so many people are like, you're not supposed to like, you know, try so hard, you're not supposed to like, you know, put so much thought into it, but I actually disagree with that. I think that being like the most educated you can about it is like how you're gonna get, you know, to the point you need to be at. Like I feel like if we had started months ago trying, I wouldn't have really cared, but now it's gotten to the point where it's like we waited a little bit, our house got pushed back like I said, and like now we're more ready, and it's just like I don't want to take a long time, so just trying my best to be educated about this. So I've been taking my ovulation test. Hi guys, so it is Halloween and I am dressed up as a pumpkin at work today. I want to give you guys a little update because I kind of have some things I can show you, I guess. I figure I'm not going to keep these like past, you know, this cycle, so I figured I would show them, considering we don't really know how long this whole process is going to take. So, I have been tracking my ovulation using ovulation tests, or they're called OPKs. I have used a couple different ones. I don't have the box for the digital one, but I do have the name of it and I can show you what it looks like. I just used one. I just kind of consolidated boxes. Oh wait, you know what? I actually have it right here. Hold on. It's at the top of my trash can. So these are the ones I've used. I know it might seem excessive and like I have a lot of boxes of these, but I really do not know like when I ovulate at all. I think I said before, like I usually feel it, but I just, you know, wanted to be sure. And just for future reference, like I want to know when it typically is that I do ovulate. So I got just the regular like clear blue ones, but because I don't know when I ovulate and I didn't want to just go off of like the 14-day of your cycle rule, I started testing like the day after my period just so I could kind of see like if the line would progress or anything, and I'll show you. It has progressed a little bit. It hasn't hit a surge, but the digital one I've actually gotten a surge. So I used all my clear blue ones because you don't get that many in the box. So then I just picked up these early ovulation ones. The ones I took, like I took some when we were on vacation. I threw those away, so I obviously didn't bring them back with me, but the ones that I have taken, I just ended up keeping them just sitting here because it's really hard for me to see the lines. So to be able to see the progression is a little bit easier, I guess. And then my dog's going crazy downstairs. And then I wanted to be able to show you guys. But I also got these ones the other day, and I've taken a couple of those. But I took this digital ovulation test, and I took it about 2 days ago, and so it tells you that you're gonna get a peak result, or like a, you know, a digital reading about 24 to 48 hours before you ovulate. And I didn't really know if it was gonna be 24, if it was gonna be 48, if it was gonna be 12, if it was gonna be 8. Like I really just didn't know because I was taking the test, but I wasn't getting any good clear lines on my normal ones, and my digital ones had all been really low. So 2 days ago, I got a positive, and it was at 38, which is for the luteinizing hormone, and 38 is higher than the normal, so it's technically could be peak, but I wasn't getting really any of my ovulation symptoms, which I usually can feel ovulation. I feel it right now. It's happening. It's the same feeling like pretty much every month. So I took another one when I got home this morning, and this says yes, and my peak is at 72 right now. So that means I am going to be ovulating very soon. I'm assuming I'm probably ovulating today, and this is probably it. Like I probably am not ovulating tomorrow, but I will say I have been tracking my period in an app, for the Eve app, for a very long time, and that app told me that I'm supposed to ovulate tomorrow, but because I got a positive ovulation test a couple of days ago, my other app switched it and I'm past my ovulation day on that app. But I don't think that for me, like the 38 meant I was like immediately ovulating. I think my peak is higher. That's what I'm assuming. I don't really want to trust this, but I kind of have to because I definitely feel the symptoms right now. So I don't have like a clear line on here. There's definitely not a surge, but it is getting darker. So I don't think I already passed ovulation, because if I already passed ovulation, I think the line would be getting darker. And I think it's pretty consistently getting thicker. So I'm going to show you guys really quick. So I don't know if you guys find this interesting. Maybe you do if you're watching this video, but I think it's, you know, good to document. So these are the tests. Oh, and I forgot, you're gonna really kind of have a hard time seeing the lines. Every test I've seen in a video, like you can barely see, but the line is getting darker, and it actually is really hard to see because I just took this one not too long ago and it has like a blue tinge, but that line is thicker than this line. And I think once that blue tinge goes away, you're gonna be able to see that it is thicker. So I think you need it to be thick and as bold or bolder as the control line, which obviously I have not gotten, but then I did get this positive here. So I don't know, we're really just kind of winging it, going off of my app, and I'll show you. This is the app that I'm using, Glow, but I also use Eve. That's just a period one. This one knows I'm trying, so it kind of says, see this says 1 day after ovulation, which I don't really agree because I think my luteinizing hormone would be a lot lower if I was past ovulation. I also feel my ovulation cramps, so I'm definitely ovulating on the left side of my body. I can feel it for real. So you apparently have a medium chance today. So yeah, apparently I ovulated yesterday according to that, but I didn't change anything in here. Didn't base it off of anything besides my period like tracking. And this is today. And so for this one, you have to kind of go to here, but it says my chance today is high, but my chance tomorrow is going to be a little higher, I think. So this one, nope, today is 33%. This is the highest chance, which is today. So that's good. I will probably agree with that just based on everything I've done, but I mean, who knows? I've watched a lot of videos, and like I've seen a lot of girls like take ovulation tests, and I've seen people like be super judgmental about like, oh, you should just like let it happen and you shouldn't try, and like you're being crazy about it. But like I feel like I'm really actually not being crazy about it. It's not like life or death if I don't, you know, get pregnant. It's okay. But I really just, I'm really interested in this stuff, and I really like want to know my body more, and I feel like this is just letting me kind of figure out like my cycle, because it's important to know. Because if I didn't know I was ovulating today, I would think I was sick, because I do have like a really, really bad stomach pain on one side. So yeah, I'm gonna go and I'll be back hopefully with some more information. All right guys, I'm so excited. I finally got a positive ovulation test with one of these lines. My lines were getting progressively darker, but finally just got dark, which I'm so happy about. I'm really excited because I was kind of starting to think that maybe I wasn't even ovulating, because I wasn't really trusting those digital tests. My digital test had me at a peak of 72, which I do believe was correct, but like at the same time I also took one of these and it wasn't detecting my surge, so maybe my surge just wasn't big enough. But I will say I definitely have pain on my left side, and I've had it for a couple of days. I know that like they say that like you only have the ovulation pain for the time you're ovulating, but I usually get it like leading up to it, and I'm pretty sure I ovulated on the right side the last month, so I'm pretty sure it's on this side. I just get really bad pain, so I can feel it and I just don't feel good. But yeah, this came up really positive, and it like immediately like came up positive, so I'm really excited because I just didn't think I was ever gonna see this like go positive, and I thought it was gonna really like stress me out and make me think like I wasn't ovulating, but clearly something's happening and I think I am ovulating, so that's really good. My app told me that like originally that I was gonna ovulate tomorrow, so today is my 33% chance day, because tomorrow would be the day that I ovulate. So like today is actually the highest percent chance. Anyways, we baby danced literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times in the last week. It's not every day. The first 4 days we did like every other, because I wasn't sure when I was gonna be ovulating, and that was like right after my period, so I was fairly certain it wasn't gonna be them. And then yeah, this week we've kind of kicked it up because we didn't really know, and since I've been getting positive ovulation tests like on my digital one. I just wasn't sure. So now this makes me really think that this was actually entirely accurate and I actually am ovulating tomorrow. And that makes a lot. All right guys, update time. So it is 4:37. Why does it matter what time it is? I'm going crazy. That's my mind right now, but it's November 5th. So November 5th, we're a couple days out from ovulation now. I honestly don't know because I got several positive ovulation tests like 4 days in a row. Like 2 different brands told me 2 different things. So I'm not really sure when I ovulated. Based on what I put into the app last, I ovulated on Saturday. And based on my other app, which I didn't put any of my ovulation tests in, I ovulated on Halloween, which would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5 days ago. So 5 DPO is what I think I am. But I could just be a couple days out from ovulation. I'm not really sure. But I just wanted to kind of log up my symptoms in video form. So I guess I'll just say it, like, I think I'm pregnant. I don't want a symptom spot, but I kind of just want to call it now that I think I am. And if I sound stupid and I'm not, then that's fine. And then at least I'll have this from when we're trying in the future, and like I can compare my symptoms, I guess, because I don't really know how to explain it other than like something is weird going on in my body. So basically on Sunday, I got this really bad cramp feeling, but it was like no other cramp I've ever felt before. It felt like I was being like stabbed, and I didn't make any noise, but I literally just went, like I like screamed, like my mouth opened. My friend was over, Chris was there, and he like looked at me and I was like, I've never felt that feeling before. It was just such a weird, like painful feeling. And I've had cramps since ovulation. Like I've had stomach cramps. The only way I can really describe them is like when your stomach gets tight from a menstrual cramp. Like that's how my stomach has felt for days. It does not feel painful, but it is painful every once in a while. I will get like a shooting really sharp cramp, and it's mostly on the left side, but sometimes I'll get them on the right. And this morning when I woke up, and the last several mornings when I wake up and get out of bed, I've just been like dizzy when I stand up. As well as having I've been having foot and calf cramps randomly. Like when I woke up, I had a really bad one, which I've heard that is a pregnancy symptom. I'm not trying to symptom spot, I really am not. And I need to stop because I don't want to like stress myself out and have this be a thing every month for like 2 weeks where I just am like, oh my God, but something is up with me. I'm very, very tired. I'm always tired, but like this is a new kind of tired. I just like, I don't know. Maybe I just really exhausted myself from trying the last week. And when I've been coming home, I've been feeling very tired. Like I have to take a nap, and the nap is the entire duration of the day. Like I just woke up. I got home around like 12:30 from work and going to my sister's, and I just was so exhausted. I just passed out. I don't have any like super painful breasts, but what I will say is I do feel like some pain starting. Like I just have like almost like this tightness in my like boob area, but it's not like my anxiety like in my chest. It's like around my boobs. It kind of hurts, but I haven't really noticed a change in them at all. So I feel like everyone is, like says like I just knew or like I was suspicious, but like I am pretty suspicious at this point that I might be, just because I also have a cold. If you can tell by my voice, I've had really runny nose. When I'm stretching at work, my eyes are constantly watering, and it's just like a really weird feeling. And I've also been having spotty headaches like in my forehead, like all around. And I know this sounds like a lot of symptoms, and it probably does sound like I'm symptom spotting, but those are all things I'm truly really feeling and logging. And I'm not saying that I haven't had them in my cycle before. Like I've had vivid dreams, I've had headaches, but the headaches I'm getting are a little bit weirder than normal. And I also have this thing where I get really hungry, and then I like eat a little bit of food, and then I just don't want anything anymore. And I ordered a sandwich from Tropical Smoothie earlier, and I have it in the fridge because I didn't eat any of it. So I think I'm gonna try to eat that now. I don't know, I thought I would log this. I love watching pregnancy videos and things, and this will be, you know, fun to look back on if I am pregnant. Hi guys, update on the little puppy. She's doing great, but I wanted to give you guys an update on this little pregnancy journey. So it's November 7th, and I still think that I'm pregnant. I just know that I'm pregnant, and I feel like if I'm not pregnant, then like, not that something's wrong with me, I just feel like the human body and the mind is crazy, and it can really make you feel that you are. But like, everyone says like you have this feeling, and like I have it. So like, I just don't even like feel the urge to like take a test ever, because I just feel like I just know that I'm pregnant. I don't know how to explain it, but like, my two biggest tip-offs most recently has been like, I am exhausted, beyond exhausted, and I haven't felt this much fatigue in so long. Like, I come home from work and I immediately lay on the couch after I eat, and Lainey and I, my puppy, we seriously take a nap until like 4:30, 5 o'clock. I can't even like keep my eyes open to watch a show or anything. And then Chris will come home, I'll eat dinner, and I'm ready to go back into bed at like 8 o'clock. And my favorite show is The Masked Singer, and I was so excited because it was a 2-hour episode, and I've been waiting weeks to watch it because it's not been on because of the World Series, and I was so excited about it. And like halfway through, Chris was like, you're like sleeping, like you want to just go to bed? And I was like, yeah, like I want to go to sleep. And I went to bed, and when I woke up this morning, like I was still so tired. I was about to fall asleep during my break at work. Like, I was laying on the ground because I was so exhausted. I couldn't keep my eyes open. And one other thing that I think is really weird, so obviously when you're trying to figure out what like symptoms you should be looking out for, even though you don't want a symptom spot, like somebody that I watched her video, she said one of her weirdest symptoms is like she would randomly get hiccups, but like she wouldn't get multiple hiccups. She would just randomly hiccup, one hiccup. And when I get hiccups, I get them for 45 minutes, like 45 minutes every single time. I don't just get a couple hiccups. I don't just get them for 30 minutes. Like, I have them for a very long time. They won't go away, and they're hard, deep hiccups. This morning, I just randomly hiccuped, and I was like, didn't even think anything of it. And when I was driving home this morning, I was like I never got the hiccups. I literally just hiccuped. That was just so weird. And the whole car ride home, I was yawning. And a thing I've been thinking to myself the last couple of days is, I always say, I do not ever just yawn unless I see somebody yawn. Like, I will never yawn unless I look at somebody and they're yawning. Like, it never, ever, ever happens. And I keep yawning and I can't stop. Like, I will yawn like in a 2-minute period, like 35 times. Like, I just can't stop. Like, I have a whole new level of exhaustion. It's just like, I'm such a morning person, and I'm just not myself lately. I'm so tired. And like, I feel like I'm trying to overcompensate at work because I am so tired and I don't have a lot of energy, that I'm trying to like be super loud and like be even more, because like I have to be motivating and like screaming, and I'm so out of breath. Like, I will demo and I'm like, I can't breathe. And like, I don't want anyone to catch on, because I really do believe that I am pregnant. And so like, I don't want to like tip anybody off to it, but like, I also have a little bit of a cold, which is a symptom, and I've talked about other symptoms that I've been having, but like, those are my biggest ones right now. Is like the tiredness is like a whole new level of tiredness. Like, when I'm at work, I can't wait to go home. Like, I just can't wait to lay down. Like, I need to close my eyes. Like, I can't be awake anymore. Like, that's just the point I'm at right now. And on the way home, I stopped and got a Slurpee because for some reason I really wanted one. And now this isn't weird because I always want a Slurpee, but it's like 11 a.m. Normally I wouldn't really want one right now, but I haven't had like any caffeine at all because I've been trying to limit like only like 1 cup of coffee, but I haven't even been drinking coffee at all in the last 3 weeks. Like the only coffee I had was the other day. I had a decaf coffee and I only drank like a couple sips of it. But I don't know, like if I'm not pregnant, you guys, I'm going crazy. I'm gonna be like not so upset that it didn't happen, because it's okay, like this is okay if it's a process, but I'll be more upset that I like truly think that I am. So like I don't want to go through this again and like really feel it. But I don't know. I just know. Like I just know. I'm tired. Like it's not normal to be this tired. Also, another thing, I was at work and we have a childcare room so that the moms can work out and the dads can work out while they bring the kids, and we have a childcare person, my friend, who watches the kids, and she was off today and the classes, like they were supposed to be canceled for childcare, and a bunch of people just didn't know, so they brought their kids anyways, and I ended up watching them, which was fine. I love babies, I love kids. And when I was in there, I was like noticing that like I have such good patience, and I was a nanny for so long, but I was like losing my patience, like not on them, like not saying anything, but in my brain I was like, okay, like there's a lot of kids in here, this is a lot happening. Like I just like was getting a little bit more irritable than I normally do, and I've noticed that the last couple of days I'm very irritable, like towards my friends, like when they're talking to me, like the sound of my friend's voice like just makes me mad, because I just feel like I have something going on with my hormones. You guys, I just think I'm pregnant.
All right guys, so it is November 7th, and I just slept for a really long time. I woke up dizzy, feeling a bit queasy, and I just have the urge to take this pregnancy test. I don't think that it could ever even be positive this early, but I haven't taken one before, and I don't really like trust this one. It's kind of cheapy, and I opened it and it said that you need to use it within like a week of opening it. I accidentally opened it because I thought it was an ovulation one. So I'm just gonna do it. I paid in this cup here, and we'll set the timer for 3 minutes. All right, so the timer just went off, so I'm just gonna look at this. Everyone always like tries to move this, like manipulate it, like look at it in the light to see if you can see a line. But I just see a very strong negative, like the control line is very there, and the pregnancy line is very not there. But this is not first morning urine, and I'm so far out from my period, so not gonna worry about it, but thought I would document just in case. Hi guys, I am back again to test. So I went to the store earlier and I bought like early response, like 6 days sooner tests, which I bought a lot of them because they had a sale. So I just got like 2 boxes of them because I figure we don't know how long this is gonna take me to get pregnant, and I'm probably gonna have to test a couple of times. I know like you can wait until your period, but like who really wants to do that? Let's be honest. But I'm assuming, so I'm gonna test today, and then obviously I don't foresee this coming up with any type of line, but I'm gonna just not test the rest of the weekend because Chris is gonna be here unless for some reason he went to work tomorrow, but normally he's home, and I want to surprise him. I don't want to do it while he's here. I have a million symptoms that I keep thinking are pregnancy symptoms. Like I woke up this morning and my gums and the roof of my mouth were so swollen, like so puffy and big, and I was like, that's weird, I don't know why that would happen. And then I was eating and my gums and my teeth were killing me. I'm like, okay, well maybe I just have a cavity. We can't just like think everything is because of pregnancy. Okay, it's been 3 minutes. Let's look at this bad boy. Yeah, so if I was pregnant, it would have a cross, like a full cross. So yeah, I know people get negatives like the day before they get a positive. And I wasn't really expecting much, but I wish that there was at least that little faint line or something, because honestly, I really just feel like I'm pregnant. Like I just feel it. And I don't want to be super sad.
Ignore Chris because he's mad at the dog right now because the dog is barking at him. But I have a massive breakout on my chest. And not that I don't always break out, but like that's a lot of breakout to have on your chest, as well as my face, which I don't ever get pimples like here anymore, or like I rarely get them over here. If I do get them, they're mostly just like spotted on my forehead, but I have this one here. Like I have them everywhere. So I'm trying to take that as a sign. Also, another thing I noticed is I just put my bra on, and I've been wearing sports bras all week because I'm a trainer, so there's no need for me to literally put a normal bra on because I just wear sports bras. So I put my normal bra on, and it like I fully fill out the cups, which never happens because it's always like a big gap because my boobs are small, but lately they've been feeling pretty full. So it's a little weird that like I have this bra on and it feels like super tight actually, which is funny because I can't really tell much of a difference. The only thing is I was looking in the mirror and I was like, okay, I feel like something is a little bit different here, and I'm definitely bloated, like really bloated, and I usually don't get bloated anymore, so it's weird. We're having friends over tonight and I'm still not drinking because I'm trying to not drink while we're trying to get pregnant, but I don't want anyone to suspect that I'm pregnant, so I'm gonna pretend to drink when people are over. But yeah, just thought I would log those symptoms because like that is a pretty significant symptom, I think. Just like a crazy breakout on my chest and like actually having cleavage for once. Like what? Hi guys, it is November 11th and it's Monday. It snowed like crazy outside, so I was just went and got some Christmas decor. But so I've tested this cycle already, probably too soon to even be able to tell, but I've been so nauseous and queasy the last couple of days that I'm like, maybe something has transpired that would allow me to test this early. I have 5 days until my next period, and 4 if you're going off one app, so I'm not really sure, but this says 6 days sooner. And I'm really nervous to take this because I guess I'm gonna dip it. I'll dip it and then I'll talk to you, but I'm pretty nervous to take this because I just feel it like that I'm pregnant. Like I just feel it like so hard, and I don't want to like make myself be like legitimately crazy, but okay, we're gonna dip this for 5 seconds. Oh, by the way, this is my first morning urine, so I don't know if you're allowed to do this, but I did this. Like I peed in this cup this morning and then I just like sat in my bathroom and just kind of like hid it so Chris wouldn't see it, and because there's no possible way I can do first morning urine. I get up at 3 a.m. and then I have to go to work, so like Chris would be here and it would just not be possible. I don't know, I just like want this to be positive so bad because I just don't want to be crazy. Like I just feel it, and I've been telling Chris, and then today like I was like, you know what, I wish I wouldn't have been so vocal about all my symptoms because I would have rather had it be like a bigger surprise, but like I don't know. So I texted him this morning. I was like, yeah, like this month's not our month. Like I definitely think I'm gonna start my period. Like I feel it coming. And he's like, are you sure it's your period? And I was like, yeah. I was like, but it's okay. Like I'm just trying to be positive. And I really only said that because I just don't want him to catch on. It's really negative. Like that makes me so sad. I just got really excited for a second. I thought I saw another line. I'm taking another one just because I used that, you know, my urine from this morning. So I figured whatever, let's use a different one. Wait, this one definitely has a faint line. I don't want to pick it up because it still has 1 more minute, but there's definitely a faint line on that one. That one definitely has a line. Okay, now that I've calmed down slightly, I guess it just doesn't, I wanna, okay. I just wanna say like, it just doesn't feel real. because I got a couple of negatives and I shouldn't have tested early because it just kind of disappointed me. But I also was like, no, like I know that I'm pregnant, like it's too early. Like I just felt that. So I just feel like I'm kind of in shock right now. Hi guys, so it is April 6th today. So obviously a while from when this last clip was filmed, and I am almost 25 weeks pregnant now. And yes, so I wasn't crazy, I actually was pregnant, and I'm so glad I have all of these memories to be able to keep for myself and be able to one day share with our baby and to be able to share with you guys. It's just like such a cool memory. But I do want to say, if you are struggling to get pregnant or having a hard time, in no way do I want to make this video like seem like you're doing something wrong, or if you didn't get pregnant on your first try, like there's something wrong with you. I actually have endometriosis, so that's kind of why I wanted to start documenting this, because I felt like it was gonna be a long journey, and thankfully it was not for Chris and I, but for so many people it is. So I just want to say, if you are struggling to get pregnant, then I am praying for you, and I'm sending you all the baby dust so that you can have your baby, whether it is through, you know, natural conception, or if you have IVF, or if you adopt, whatever way you become a parent, I think is great. But I did want to say that I also was planning on doing like a how I knew I was pregnant before I took the positive pregnancy test, more of like a sit down video, and actually go through my symptoms with like my actual Glow app, because I tracked them all in there, and there was actually more than I even shared in this video. I had so much footage I had to cut out. So if that's something you guys want to see, then definitely let me know down below. If you guys have any other questions about pregnancy, or for Chris and I, we were planning on doing a Q&A in an upcoming vlog, so make sure that you comment down below what your questions are. If you have any specific questions on things I did to prepare my body, I talked about them a little bit in this video, but just if you want to know like all the ins and outs of everything that I did, then let me know, and I could definitely make another video, and I'll answer you down in the comments below as well, so you can get that quick answer that you're looking for. And if you guys want to continue to follow on our pregnancy journey, then make sure you subscribe to our channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.